By the way, before the video starts, I want to tell you that I'm giving away 10 skin cases and potentially a legendary key bundle as soon as I reach 10k subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing, man? Just subscribe and comment on your username. This is your chance, because I'm gonna pick the oldest comments and pick them from older videos like this one. So just subscribe so that we hit the number fast. Comment your username and watch the video till the end. Keep ascending, Void. Alright chat, so in today's video I'm going to show you my settings. Reveal how I play in Roblox Rivals. If I open my settings, there's disable shadows, right? What it does, if I turn it off, you'll see that my graphics kinda increase and there's shadows for these pillars. It's actually really unnecessary because in Rivals we prefer performance over visuals, right? So you turn that on, and then there's disable textures. It's also for graphics. You turn that on, and then there's disable wraps. What it does is that it disables wraps for your enemies, your opponents. But if you turn it off, your enemies also can see your wraps. It claims that it's kind of reduces your lag, but I saw no evidence. I don't know if it's true or not. And then there's accessible flashes. You gotta turn it on if you don't wanna be blind. What it does is that, let me take flashbang. See, this is my flashbang. It's dark, right? Now if I turn it off, then my flashbang will be white. You do not want to harm your eyes by doing that. So obviously if you wanna keep your eyes working, you turn this on. And then there's volume settings. My music volume is really low because I don't really like the music. And all of these, yeah, it's default, I don't really care. Then toggle aim, toggle crouch, toggle sprint, auto sprint. All of these are for mobile, so no comments on these. Then there's easy slide. All that I can tell you is that you turn this on. I will explain why on the keybind section, but yeah, turn easy slide on. And then scroll equip, you turn that off. So if you have it on and scroll your mouse wheel, then see, you can switch. But I prefer it not to have it, so I just turn it off. And then there's auto shoot reaction time, all of these auto stuff. PC players do not have it, but I'll still explain these in short. So basically if you want auto shoot on, then you turn on custom or dynamic. If you don't want it, then you just keep it disabled. And auto shoot reaction time is basically how fast you auto shoot. Like you aim at them and how fast it's gonna shoot. If it's slower, then it's instant. If it's slower, then you keep aiming for a while and then it shoots. Simple as that. And then there's auto jump, I don't know what that is. Double tap to shoot. It's like when you double tap in your fire button, it will shoot. It's for mobile devices only. And then there's left-handed touch controls. If you're left-handed and you want your joystick on right hand, then you turn it on. And then there's aim assistance. If you want maximum aim assist, you keep it 1. If you want it minimalistic, then yeah, you reduce it. And controller dead zone, I don't know what that is, so no comments. Now, to the main part, sensitivity. I keep my sensitivity at 1 so that it matches with my Roblox sense. My Roblox sensitivity is 0.2, like that, simple, 0.2. So to keep it globally as 0.2, I keep my Roblox rival sensitivity as 1. So I do not have to practice a different sensitivity while playing. It's just that simple. Keep it 1. And if you wanna increase it or reduce it, that's all up to you. And then there's ADS sensitivity. So what that is, ADS means scoping. This is ADS, right? So the sensitivity and the sensitivity with my ADS on, it should be the same. If you're using it different, like your sensitivity is 1 and your ADS sensitivity is like 0.5 or I don't know, bro, why you're using that. You're just ruining your gameplay. I don't know, some people can play it, but I personally can't. I prefer transitioning my sensitivity to my ADS sensitivity Like, if it's 1, my ADS sensitivity should also be 1. So, yeah, you just keep it equal, 1, 1. That's what I do. I keep my sensitivity and ADS sensitivity equal so that they transition perfectly. And I do not have to practice a different sensitivity each time. And then there's horizontal sensitivity and vertical sensitivity. I don't really care about these, so I've never touched it. It's default 1, 1. I use camera zoom effects as 0. Now you see that my camera zoom effect is 0, so it matches perfectly with my FOV. I can see every single one of these. Every single dummies, right? Now if I increase it, like if I keep it 0.5 for example, at 0.5, see these 2 dummies goes missing. They just go missing. Which is kind of a disadvantage in my opinion. I like to keep it 0. But for you, 0 might be too low, so I suggest use 0.25 or 0.35. Not more than that, okay? Not more than that, because you won't be able to see if you keep it more than that. Also, another thing that actually depends on camera zoom effects is that which map you're playing in. If you're playing Crossroads, you're doing long range, you can use camera zoom effects higher. But if you're playing in arena, you gotta do this like that. See, if you're playing arena, you just gotta play like that. So camera zoom effects to 0 is actually a good choice. Even if I play Crossroads, I can see my opponents perfectly with 0 camera zoom effects because I see people with my eyes normally. I don't need any camera zoom effects to buff me because like after my camera zoom effects, it comes to my field of view. Now, many people play 80 FOV. I don't even know how you guys play in 80 FOV, bro. What is this? I don't see anything. So, some people play in 80 FOV, and I don't even know how. Like, the most popular example is Philher. And I actually do not know how he plays like this, because it's so stupidly awkward for me. So, like, I suggest you use 90 to whatever above. So, personally, I use 120 because I like a lot of room in my screen and, like, I'd like to see more on my vision. But for you, it might be a bit too much. You can play it 100 for you, right? But I like it 120. Some people claim that lower FOV helps your aim, and I actually don't know whether that's true or not because I've never felt it. 120 is actually the best for me. Alright, so after that, there's field of view effects. Obviously, you want to keep that off. It's just field of view effects. And then there's camera shake, which is like you shoot, you see your camera shakes. And if you turn it off, then your camera won't shake. Only your gun will shake. You don't need camera shake, trust me. And then there's inverted X, inverted Y. I don't know why you're even thinking about those. Just keep them off. Mobile button camera syncing. I don't even know what that is. Hide UHD is basically, hiding everything you have on your screen. Then there's hide task. I prefer to keep it on because it's like these daily tasks. So when an in-game round starts, these will disappear. Then there's hide teammate display. I don't know why you do that. Keep it off. Keybinds interface on. Weapon picker mode, grid. So grid looks like this. Okay. And list looks like this. Either is fine. I don't really mind any. Signals, obviously keep it on if you're playing with your teammates. Weapon inking, I don't really care. Damage numbers, of course you need it. Of course you need it on. And then there's hide muzzle flashes. Actually, keep it turned on. I don't know what that is. I guess it's about muzzle flashes. Just keep it on. Don't question me. Then receive gifts. Of course, if you want to receive gifts from people, keep it on. No one's gonna gift you anyways. Even I don't get gifted, so. And then general section is covered completely. And then there's crosses. I will cover crosses in another video, not this one, so no comments. You can just copy these if you want to. Alright, then it comes to keybinds. So these are my normal keybinds. There was E in default. I just delete that. Don't question, just do it. My quick melee is F. My quick utility is Q. Jump space. Crouch is left shift. Because I have left shift as my crouch and I have easy slide on, if I crouch, like if I walk and press shift, I slide. And if I shift and jump and then crouch midair, it makes me come down faster, making my movement more fluid, more controlled, and faster in general. I can just minimize my air duration, right? So like, imagine you're going from this place to that place and you go like, it takes a lot of time. Now if I use crouch movement, it goes like, oh my god, I fell. Now if I use crouch movement, so yeah, that's all about sliding and stuff. Then there's equip primary, which is one and left control. I don't really know, but yeah, it's one and left control. And my secondary equipment is E instead of 2. It's not actually that big of a thing. You can use normal like 1, 2, 3, 4. But for me, my primary is control or 1. I mostly use 1, but for secondary I use E because it's easier for me, it's better, and why not? And then there are random stuff, emote and T, these things, I don't really know, I don't care. Yeah, all of that. So that's all for my settings, and I hope that my settings will help you a lot. Even if you get better 1%, that's good for me. But I'll be honest with you, bro. Using settings of a popular YouTuber or a pro player, like, you're about to copy my settings and I know that. The thing is, if you're using a random bronze kid settings and you're comfortable with it, that's completely fine. As long as you're comfortable and you're able to play, that's all that matters. You don't really need to copy my settings or any popular YouTuber settings just to become better in the game. Be comfortable, that's all that matters, and that's how you're gonna go. Either way, I hope my settings will help you. If you become comfortable with it, feel free to copy them, okay? Now with those settings, you might want to learn a new thing. Do you know that I have made a video about sniper, about how you can learn quickscoping. You're going to out-aim every single pro sniper out there. Make sure to check this video out because I made it really easy to use sniper to quickscope. I'll see you there. Peace out.